Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully, you guys are all doing fabulous. This is Friday, the end of the work week, so you cannot beat that. Hopefully, you guys have some really awesome weekend plans. If you don't, maybe I'll see you guys on my live throughout the weekend. If you are new to the channel, hopefully you'll consider subscribing after you hear the content. And if you really do love the channel or you appreciate today's case coverage, I really hope you'll consider hitting that thumbs up. It's free to do, and it really does help my little channel grow. Our next giveaway is going to be at 10,000 Titans, and we are getting there slowly but surely, guys. So let's go ahead and get in today's case coverage. We are discussing the Idaho Four, specifically Bryan Kohberger. So I just wanted to go over this article with you from Fox News. This just came out today at around 2 p.m. I'm sorry. So this would be February 9th. I recorded this on Thursday. So it'll be from Thursday around 2 p.m. It says here, Idaho murders. Bryan Kohberger, prosecutor, files new documents in secretive proceedings. The activity comes after an attorney for victim Gonzalez family appealed the court's gag order. And remember, we went through that the other day in our live about the gag order and how the attorney for the Gonzalez family says that they should be excluded from said gag order. And I will show you the video up here also after we're done reading down here. So it says, first on Fox, the Idaho prosecutor handling the murder case against student stabbings suspect Bryan Kohberger filed new documents Wednesday in the Latah County Magistrate Court. Court information in the case, which has been removed from Idaho's online portal for unspecified security concerns, is updated daily in a PDF document posted to the state's website instead. And you guys know me, I'm always on the Idaho's online portal, and they have not posted anything on there. And it says right here, the file shows that the court received a new affidavit from Latah prosecuting attorney Bill Thompson with a court memo on Wednesday. The filings themselves have not yet been made public. They come days after an attorney for one of the victims' families appealed the court's gag order, which has stifled public comment on the case from the prosecution, the defense, investigators, and other officials, and was amended last month to restrict attorneys for the victims' witnesses and their families. Shannon Gray, the attorney for 21-year-old Kaylee Gonzalez's parents, called the non-dismissive order facially overbroad and vague and unconstitutional in a court filing last week. As attorney for one of the victims' families, I am allowed to relay to the media any of the opinions, views, or statements of those family members regarding any part of the case, as they are allowed to speak about the case under the First Amendment, he wrote. Kohberger is accused of killing Gonzalez and 3 University of Idaho students in the early hours of November 13th, 2022 by ambushing them with a knife as some slept, in a 6-bedroom house on King Road, just steps off campus. The other victims were 20-year-old boyfriend and girlfriend Ethan Chapin and Zaina Kernodle and 21-year-old Madison Mogan. The other roommates were not attacked, including one who told police she witnessed a masked intruder with bushy eyebrows leaving out the back door. Kohberger had stalked the home at least a dozen times beforehand, according to a probable cause affidavit that has revealed most of the publicly known, wow, couldn't get that right twice, could I? Publicly known details about the investigation. Then hours after the murders, he allegedly revisited the scene before taking a lengthy drive down to the Lewis Clark Valley. Kohberger is being held without bond on 4 counts of first-degree murder and a felony burglary charge. His preliminary hearing is scheduled for June 26th. So what this says to me is, and what I think it is I think that they are going to ask for a continuance. I've said that since the beginning. I feel like for some reason, this lawyer is going to try to drag this on along with Kohberger, and maybe they'll think it'll go out of the public eye somehow, but it won't. We'll still be here, Kohberger. So you can take your time, make sure you get that fair trial, and we'll be here waiting for you.
And accused of killing 4 University of and accused of
Let me go ahead and play this here for you. And I'll turn it up a little bit at a time. That way it doesn't hurt your little ears.
killing 4 University of Idaho students was back in court yesterday.
Mr. Kohberger understands his right to a timely preliminary hearing, and he's willing to waive the timeliness to allow us time to obtain discovery in this case.
Bryan Kohberger, who appeared to have scratches on his face, maybe from shaving, people are saying behind bars, waived his right to a speedy trial and was ordered to continue being held without bail. A preliminary hearing is set now for 6 months, in June 26th. Joining me now with more is former federal prosecutor Francie Hakes. Good morning to you, Francie.
Good morning, Ainsley.
Good morning. Why do we have to wait 6 months just for that preliminary hearing?
Well, it's a really interesting delay, Ainsley, and I think what it means is the defense is well aware that the prosecution has the goods. That is, they know that if they were to go to a probable cause hearing tomorrow, the judge would bind Kohberger over for trial. And so I think their strategy is to delay this as long as possible, to let it kind of fade from the news. I don't think it will, but I think that's their intent, to let it fade from the news so that they can quietly in the background do their own investigation and gather their own team of experts, because really by the time they get to trial, it's sort of too late to attack the evidence. That's why they're going to try to do it at the preliminary hearing.
Does that mean, did they request this from, did they say to the judge, we would love 6 more months, or does the judge make that determination?
Well, it was an agreement between the parties, so both parties would have agreed. And for the prosecutor, that gives them lots of time to continue the investigation. I think what most people don't know is that when Kohberger was arrested, the investigation didn't stop. It just started a new phase, because now what the prosecution wants and what the investigators are trying to find out is that all-important motive. Why did he do it? And they're going back and interviewing everyone he's ever known, everything he's ever written, every class he's ever taken, every person he's ever interacted with, to try to get that answer so they can give it to a jury eventually.
Okay, I also want to ask you about this case in Oklahoma, this 4-year-old.
Okay, that was the end of that, actually, that part of the segment for Bryan Kohberger there. But I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on these supposed, secret documents that they are, that they filed. It's, Bryan Kohberger's prosecutor, Bryan Kohberger, his defense attorney, files new documents. So I'm just wondering what those documents were. Also, in the beginning of the video, I did say, about the Idaho prosecutor handling the murder case against student stabbing suspect Bryan Kohberger, that they filed new documents Wednesday in the Latah County Magistrate Office. So let me know what you think about that and why they're not on the online portal. They said for unspecified security concerns. So let me know what you guys think about that. Because to me, I don't know. Unspecified. I would just like to know what those concerns are. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you guys haven't, like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.